Hi, my name is Debra R. Richardson of Debra R. Richardson LLC, and I work with you to help you clean up your vendor data, clean up your vendor processes so that you can pay the right vendor. Now, this week's vendor master file tip of the week is changes on the 1099 MISC and the 1099 NEC for the 2022 tax year, because you know the IRS always has to change something, but this year it's good. So, or at least one of the changes is good. So we're going to start with the 1099 MISC 2021 versus 2022, the old and the new side by side. So you can see here, this is copy B, the copy for the recipient, that the first big change is that the 2021 version that had the tax year typed out now does not. It has 20 and then a field where you can enter in the tax year, which makes this a continuous form. And so you know how in the past when you order your tax year forms for, right, your 1099 MISC, you would order more for that tax year in case, I don't know, you put them in the printer the wrong way, you had to reprint them or you had to do corrections. But you would end up having to just store them, right? And not be able to use them for the next tax year. But now with the continuous forms, you can, provided they don't, the IRS doesn't have a revision in the following year. So that's good. And then the other piece, I'm not quite sure why they did this, but on the bottom, they had a couple of changes. They flipped the shaded area to be with the FACA on the same level with that FACA form requirement or filing requirement checkbox on the same level, and they put account number on the bottom on its own. So they did that. And then they also gave the FACA filing requirement checkbox a number, which for all of the boxes after that, it increased the number sequentially by one because they assigned that box number to the FACA filing requirement. So those were the changes to the 1099 MISC. And and then at the bottom here, because it is now a continuous form, they also have the revision number at the bottom, which they didn't have it in prior forms. So now let's take a look at the 1099 NEC, which not as many changes. The only change to this one as far as the form itself is it is now just like the 1099 MISC, a continuous form. And then they also put the revision number at the bottom, which they didn't have in the previous version. So continuous form can be, that change can be good news for you and your vendor team. So if you'd like more information on how to improve your vendor process, please go to my website at deborarrichardson.com for free tools and resources to avoid fraud, regulatory fines, and just overall bad vendor data. So good luck, and be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified next Tuesday for the next Vendor Master File tip of the week.